Hello, Biotrash fans. It is I, the Biotrash Man here, and what you're watching here is some Dwarfs free-to-play gameplay. It is a free game on Steam if you feel like going and trying it out. It's actually pretty fun, especially if you're into these RTS-style games, but again, it's free, you can't go wrong. It's not going to cost you anything but some memory space and some time. But what I want to talk about here today is about EA, and before we get on to the subject of that, I want to apologize for not uploading recently. I don't have an excuse, I just haven't felt like it. And you know what, that's my fault. I haven't had any ideas for commentaries, and this hit me today, so I figured, hey, why not talk about it? So, what we are going to talk about are games I was excited for. Not just Xbox games, but every game in general. That includes the Sony, EA, what's another developer? BioWare. I don't think BioWare announced anything. But anyways, I wanted to talk about these games that I was excited for. Actually, BioWare did show us some more stuff, but we already knew what that was coming out. So, anyways, games that I'm excited for. The first one, this had me screaming like a little girl when I heard it. I literally ran out of my bedroom where my computer is and ran into my living room screaming out, my dad and my brother like, oh my god, they're making it. It is the Star Wars Battlefront 3. Well, not really 3, Battlefront. They haven't said 3. So, this might just be an HD remake, which would really, really, really suck. But, Battlefront 1 sucked. I think this is going to be Battlefield 3, and that makes me so excited, because the launch trailer, that announcement trailer was so cool. It really felt different from the other Star Wars Battlefront games, where you've got really 2D, just soldiers, and the battlefield wasn't that exciting. It looks like they were going to improve on first-person mode, which is a big yay. It was good in Battlefront 2, but third person was just more fun. But let's see if they can fix that. Kind of like what Arma 3 is trying to do, which is always cool. Another game I was excited for, I know I'm switching really fast right then, was, this was not an announcement, but we already knew about this, but we got to see a lot more footage. It was Battlefield 4. I don't know, you're like, oh my god, you're like, Battlefield, it's so stupid. If you're a Call of Duty fan, and if you're a Battlefield fan, you're probably like, yeah, that was cool. And if you just don't like either series, you're like, oh my god, that's so stupid. But you know what? It's fun. Battlefield 3 is fun. I didn't get a chance to play it on PC, sadly, because I still had it for 360, and I don't have my gaming computer yet. But I cannot wait to play that on PC, because I will finally be able to. And just from the alpha footage, which is out now, it looks a lot more close quarters fighting, I guess you can say. Not really close quarters, but it feels tighter than Battlefield 3. I mean, Battlefield 3, your main vehicle maps were at least on 360, were Caspian Border and Operation Firestorm, which, especially Caspian Border, you never saw anyone. They were always, jets and helicopters are your main enemies and tanks, and yeah, you just never saw anyone. And that's what I didn't like. I felt like I was never contributing to the battle when I would just take position, move away, and a tank would take it back, and then I'd have to kill the tank. It was just kind of didn't feel that exciting anymore. I mean, then you had Metro, which probably one of my favorite maps, just because it was a bit more fast-paced. Not my favorite. Operation Firestorm was, if you're wondering. But this game, it looks like, especially from the Shanghai gameplay, there's going to be a lot more city fighting, which I like, because that means we're going to be seeing a lot more of other players. It's not just going to be vehicle camping the entire game, kind of like some Halos, but there's actually going to be some more team gameplay, it looks like, which I really like. I'm a big fan of squad-based shooters like Ghost Recon, Arma, Rainbow Six. And if you're not a fan of those, I understand they're not for everyone, but I am, so. Another thing, I don't know if this counts as EA, but it was around the same time frame. Fable HD Remake. Fable is one of my all-time favorite games, preferably Lost Chapter version. And I know Fable series gets a lot of hate because their spokesperson overhypes it and stuff. And I went into it knowing nothing. I found the first Lost Chapters version at Goodwill for $2, bought it for original Xbox, and I played the crap out of that game. All I had heard about was good things about Fable II, which that's another story for another day. But I jumped straight into Fable the Lost Chapters knowing nothing, and I have loved that game. Sorry, that was my phone falling. Nothing unusual here, but I love that game. I had everything done on it. Everything. Every legendary weapon, every leader score thing. There wasn't a leaderboard, but you know what I mean. Everything upgraded. I love that game. Beat it 3 times. So when I heard the HD remake, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, you get achievements now, which achievements are awesome, and this it makes me feel really fun. Fable's like my 5th or 4th favorite game ever. Just, you can't beat the game. Another good thing, I liked what we saw of Elder Scrolls Online, and I'm really guarded about this title. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. I've loved Oblivion. I absolutely adore Skyrim. Morrowind was really fun. Hell, I even like Elder Scrolls 1. I'm sure none of you have played that one. It's free too. Just go onto Bethesda's website. You can download it for free now, I think. And just those games are so fun. But when I hear they're making an MMO, I always get guarded, because I mean it's going to be another Battlestar Galactica Online. I got overhyped on that title, and it turned out being a major disappointment. The only thing that was good to me, MMO with online in the title, that was really good was Lord of the Rings Online. That game was just really fun. Still play it now, not as much though, but hey, really fun. If you guys like to see gameplay on that, just, say in the comments. So I've been kind of guarded, but after I saw what I saw, I'm starting to ease into it a bit. It looks like they're doing PvP right, how it's just, a giant open battlefield, and you've got a ton of trebuchets and siege weapons just hammering at each other. So it's not just, like World of Warcraft where you two run at each other and it's like pointless combat. This is more like, you feel like you're doing something. It's a giant war. This isn't going to be like scattered small battles. Because that's one thing I didn't like Star Wars. The Old Republic was the world PvP was so boring. You almost never saw the enemy side, which really disappointed me. I was looking forward to some awesome PvP battles. This is about all the time I have. I've got another about 2 minutes, but let me trying to think of some other games. God, there's so many good ones. I will say I was a bit disappointed with Saints Row the 4th. Saints Row 3 was fun. It kept it in reality still though. That's what I like, okay? Saints Row 4 is going a little bit too extreme. I mean, seriously, space alien superheroes and you're the President of the United States, that's a little too far. We need to keep cool and collective here, not crazy and wild. So, Saints Row 4 not looking good for me ever playing it. Rome 2 Total War, I saw just a bit of around the time, interviews. I didn't see any EA footage, or E3 footage. If there is, please link it to me in the comments. I will totally watch it. But, it looks fun. I can say that. Never been a huge Total War fan. I've played Shogun 2, Rome 1, and Empire, and they were pretty fun, but never really got that into them. Hopefully this one I can get into, because I'm a big fan of real-time strategy games. But this is all the time I have to talk. This video is about over, so I'd like to thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Remember, guys, the more you like and the more you comment, the more I feel like inclined to make better and better videos. So just remember, keep the bio in the trash for me, I guess. I need a closing saying. I will work on that later. Thank you and goodbye.